The Wood and Roy Adventures of Thomas the Tank Engine, Episode 12, Over the Rainbow. St. Patrick's Day was approaching fast on the island of Sodor, and everyone was getting ready for the special holiday. Salty had even gotten a new coat of green paint to celebrate. But Sir Topham had his mind on something else. One day he called Daisy, Derek, Boko, and Bear to the turntable at the quarry. "What's the reason you brought us here, sir?" asked Derek. "Well," says the top hat, "do you guys remember that day back in February during the extra 6 weeks of winter when Diesel had stolen Duck's new slip coaches?" "Oh yes, I remember that," said Bear. "Cody and Duck told me about it," said Daisy. "Well," says the top hat, "it appears as though ever since that day Diesel has not been seen." "What do you mean, sir?" asked Boko. "Well," says the top hat, "for what Cody and Duck told me, Diesel got away, but he hasn't been seen since. Therefore, if it's been this long since he's been gone, I'm beginning to be a bit worried that something might have happened to him. Therefore, I called you for Diesel's here to ask if you can help look for him. I would look for him myself, but I'm busy sorting out problems with the narrow gauge railway." "Can I rely on you four Diesels to find Diesel?" "Yes, sir. You can count on us," said the four green Diesels. "Good," said the top hat. "Sir," said Daisy, "even when you do find Diesel, are you still gonna maybe punish him for stealing Duck's slip coaches?" "I don't know. I'm not sure yet," said the top hat. "I'll have to talk that out with Lady Hat and maybe Duck and Cody. But for now, we just need to focus on finding Diesel. Is that understood?" "Yes, sir." So Topham had stepped aside, and Bear, Derek, and Daisy hurried away. "Sir," said Boko, "if I may, what exactly is this problem you're having with the narrow gauge railway?" "Well, Boko," says the top hat, "the fact is we need another engine, but narrow gauge engines are so hard to come by nowadays. The mainland hasn't got any to spare, and the only way I could really get a new one is if they made it from the factory, but that would take way too long." Said Boko. "Sir, I may have an idea. Have you ever heard Duke's story about that engine he once worked with, Smutcher?" "Yeah, I heard about it," Tom had. "Whoa," said Boko, "I'm not sure if you'll really think this is a good idea, but maybe we could use Smutcher to help out with the extra work." "I don't know," says Tom Hat. "From what Duke told me, Smudger was quite a troublesome engine. He probably broke the world records for most accidents caused in a day." "Yeah, I know," said Boko, "but surely he deserves a second chance, right?" "I don't know," said Tom Hat. "As of right now, Smudger is a generator, and it will take a while to get him turned back into an engine and bring him to the island, even if I do decide to use him." "Well, sir, just maybe think about it," said Boko. "Alright," says Tubman. "You know what? I will bring Smudger to the railway. I'm gonna go call the manager and make arrangements right now. Thank you, Boko, for the inspiration." "Oh, no problem at all, sir," said Boko. And Boko rushed away. The arrangements were soon made, and Smudger was turned back into an engine and brought to the island just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Cranky loaded him onto a flatbed, and Hank took Smudger to the narrow gauge railway. Hank soon arrived at the transfer yard. Kelly loaded Smudger onto Madge's flatbed. Madge took Smudger over to the narrow gauge track, and Smudger was soon placed down on the rails. "Welcome to Solar, Smudger," said Hank, and he puffed away back to his work. "Hello there, Smudger," said Duke. "I hope you won't be causing any trouble anytime soon." "Oh no, Dookie," said Smudger. "I'm ready to be a really useful engine now." "That's good to hear," said Tom Hat. Now, Smudger, for your first job, I want you to take these tankers of yogurt and raspberry syrup to the wharf. Peter Sam will show you the way. Yes, sir, says Smudger. Smudger cobbled up to the tankers, and Peter Sam led the way. Peter Sam showed Smudger the route to the wharf, and Smudger got to see a lot of marvelous places and lots of engines along the way. They soon arrived at the wharf. Wow, says Smudger, this place is busy. Indeed, said Peter Sam. It's one of the busiest places on the island of Sodor, since narrow and standard gauge engines work here. What now? Asked Smudger. You just wait while the workmen unload your tankers, said Peter Sam. I need to get some more coal. And Peter Sam puffed into the siding by the coal hopper. No sooner was Peter Sam gone when Bill and Ben pulled into the wharf with some freight cars of china clay. They uncoupled their cars and pulled up alongside Smudger, thrilled to have a chance to introduce themselves. Hey there, new engine. I'm William, and he's Benjamin, said Bill. William and Benjamin, said Smudger. Most twin engines I know usually have names that start with the same letter or names that rhyme. Yeah, we usually go by our nicknames, Bill and Ben. See, look, you can see that on our nameplates. Well, nice to meet you, Bill and Ben, said Smudger. My name's Smudger. Smudger, said Bill. Aren't you that engine that worked with Duke and got turned into a generator? Yes, but that was in the past, said Smudger. This is the future, well, more like the present, and I'm ready to be a really useful engine. But Bill and Ben weren't paying attention. They were looking at a rainbow up in the sky. Smudger looked too. Wow, he said. I haven't seen a rainbow in years. Bill and Ben saw a chance for mischief. Smudger, said Ben, you know that today is St. Patrick's Day, right? Yeah, what about it, said Smudger. Well, said Bill, it doesn't happen every year, but sometimes on St. Patrick's Day there's a rainbow, and if you find the end of it, you'll find something special. It could be a pot of gold, or, well, something else. Yeah, said Ben, something else. Really, said Smudger? That sounds quite interesting. Yeah, said Ben, and Sir Tom had told us to tell you that your next job will be to find the end of the rainbow and bring back whatever something special you find. Really, said Smudger? Well, that sounds exciting. Yeah, said Bill, but don't tell anyone what you're doing. You best leave it as a surprise for your friends. Yeah, said Ben, and you better be quick, too. The rainbow's not going to stay up in the sky for long. Once it disappears, you'll never find the end, or the something special. Oh dear, said Smudger, I better go now. And Smudger hurried away. Bill and Ben laughed and laughed. That was too easy. Can you believe how gullible that engine is? He's more gullible than Timothy. The twins laughed and laughed once again. Just then the twins heard Peter Sam's whistle, and they raced away as fast as they could. Alright, Smudger, our next job is to... Hey, where'd you go?